Hold on. Sorry. Jeremy, were you totally confused after missing one session?
No, the zombie piece was the most confusing part.
I bet it
But
was, wasn't it?
yeah, that seems much more. There was a lot more exposition happened now, so
Yeah, I bet that was
I'm following.
okay, good. Good. I thought that one would throw you for a loop because I remembered I dropped that one on them last session and I was like, "Oh crap. Levi missed the whole zombie thing." Yeah. So, that was
Ah,
fun.
space zombies.
Yeah.
I'm I'm kind of sad that it took me what 8 episodes or something of before I finally got to the space cowboy idea.
The lassoing.
Well, not necessarily that. Just, I mean, like Space Cowboys was a movie about old guys in space, and one of them, I'm pretty sure, was a cowboy type character,
Yeah.
and I had completely forgotten about all of that. Anyway,
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I've always saw you as like a space cowboy. So,
I know. I just didn't put those two words together for
oh,
some reason
okay.
with this
Gotcha.
character.
Gotcha. So, Jeremy, sorry, not Jeremy, Matt, to answer to Arthur's question, the signal, since you did so well on your science test, um, to answer your question about what the signal, so first off, it's very familiar to psychic energy, specifically psychic waves. Um, but since you got a raise on your science roll, I'll be even more specific. It's gamma brain waves at 130 hertz,
Hmm.
which is higher than humanly possible.
And is there a way for Arthur to be able to put it in like a device to see if he can stop the broadcast from happening? Like shield it from it?
Said it's similar to psychic powers.
Yeah, it's similar to what a really powerful psionic character would
Psionic.
would use when they're psychically activating like their abilities.
Yeah, not Spencer, like a strong one.
Sure. And your question is to whether you can jam it or not. I don't. I think you don't know, even with the
Okay.
raise. You think you can probably protect your electronic devices
Okay.
because once it's infecting electronic devices, I mean, once it's trying to target electronic devices, it's targeting the way anybody else targets electronic devices. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
And is Arthur keeping like a log, like as he's discovering this stuff, like he's talking into a log or anything?
Oh, undoubtedly.
Okay.
Perfect
He's
answer.
also going to share this
Undoubtedly.
with the others. But
Indubitably.
Okay. So there you go.
thank you.
I think it's our go-to. Like, can I jam it? It's like I don't.
So after all this, Arthur relays everything. So asks, how much do you think these things would sell in the black market?
What things? The zombies?
These little shards.
Oh,
Shards. How would you convince somebody to buy them? We don't. They don't They don't do anything without this entity.
It's an alien
That's where a
alloy.
good sales pitch comes in.
Focus, Aston. Focus.
Arthur's like, that's actually kind of interesting because if you could hijack the signal, you could potentially control, like puppet people the way the entity is. I don't think that would be a good thing to have on the black market, personally.
Yeah, but I mean, there's many galaxies, and with enough money, we can move far away from the one that we sell it at. And we have 3.
Uh-huh.
Levi,
I'll
imagine how
remind
many
y'all
ships you
that
could
the whole
buy.
campaign takes place over the course of like 50 light years. There's many
I'm gonna lean in.
galaxies.
I'm gonna lean into Arthur and be like, "Be sure you lock those up when you're done with them."
Oh yes, they need to go into some sort of like lead-lined.
Hey, you want to buy some
Enclosure.
death sticks? All right.
So since the piloting roll went so well last time, let's just try launching the metal shipping container thing just out of the back of the big ship and hope for the best. How about that one? I don't know. Did we come up with all the science didn't decide if we can use a different container as a Faraday cage or not, right? So we're still back to go search for the Faraday cage on the other ship, right?
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping to allude to. If we could block the signal from the shard.
I can give you an answer on whether you think a crate, a regular crate, will.
Yeah, like a metal crate.
You don't think the regular metal crate inside your cargo container will hold back gamma psychic waves of 130 hertz? Does that make sense? Like it'll block out.
Now, what if we made a signal that was the inverse?
So
it's like, hey,
genius.
hey, Matt,
I'll just do this.
You need new material.
What is Robot Boy's name that I've forgotten?
Devin.
What frequency is he transmitting?
Have you let him off the landing shuttle yet? Have you told him he can leave the landing shuttle and come onto your ship?
I hadn't thought about him again until now. So he's probably with. I bet Spencer has let him off the landing shuttle.
I think he would ask for the captain's permission to do that because he can't go on the cyber deck.
No, we explicitly said not of that.
He seems like a decent kid, but also, isn't the cyber deck kind of...
Yeah, the cyber deck is fried, so you can't just get on a cyber deck.
I think he's kind of trapped right now.
Yeah, he's trapped on your landing shuttle.
Yeah,
I mean, he can get on your ship. All he needs is for you to say, give him the okay.
Let's leave him on the shuttle because the question is, can we experiment on him to find something on the ship that will block the other thing, since they both fly through the space into different machines?
Somehow don't think an 11-year-old boy is going to take too well with asking, can we experiment on you?
It's not so much on him, it's literally around him, and be like, okay, can you get to this thing? No? Yes? Which one? Kind of thing.
Well, I believe he said he could not see the artifact until the wolves took it out of the container.
Yeah.
So that seems to function properly, even if what we have doesn't.
Do you think he would be able to actually activate and use the shards?
I guess we could find out. I mean,
that sounds more like experimenting on the 11-year-old than just trying to put something over top the shuttle and be like, can you see through this or not?
I have no problem with experimenting on him. It's just about how we phrase it. because he's not going to agree to it if we ask him, can we experiment? But if we say, hey, let's play a fun game, can you take control of this chip? He may be more inclined to do so.
I swear this game started out as people working for a non-profit organization.
We still are.
We're supposed to be
Two of the three of us are.
Well,
I'm
I mean-
not.
Your family is.
I mean, in his mind, the nonprofit is working with my family. Semantics rule the world.
I mean, I guess the purpose would be so that we can board the wolf ship with less danger from zombies, because Devin would be controlling the zombies instead of the
Yeah.
entity, or they're
Hey, go ask him. He's on the landing
Autopilot.
shuttle.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ask.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and walk in front of everybody on this one. And then, pop in and be like, Devin, are you still there?
Yeah, you see him pop up on where the emergency things go off. I mean, unless you have, do you have vocal? Like, does the landing shuttle actually have speech system?
I'm sure it's got speakers of some kind for normal, like ship-to-ship communication.
Will
at
it
least.
say things? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'll have we call it a radio. So
Yeah.
he speaks his voice over the radio, and he says, "Yeah, I'm here."
Hey, sorry that we've kept you here for so long. We've been trying to deal with crazy things.
It's okay.
Have you seen these things before? I hold up the little shard to the camera.
Yeah, they're in all those dead people walking around in the ships.
Do you know what they do or how they work?
I think that's how they're all walking around. I mean, they're not in normal dead people, so I just put two and two
Very
together.
true. Well, you know how you were able to hop into the drone?
You mean when
Are
I
you
almost got
able to-
killed?
Well, yeah, but in a less dangerous way because we're not sending you out. I mean, is there any way you can pick up on anything with this that you would be able to control?
Well, that's one of the things the cube made, right? So for me to control it, I'd have to get inside it,
Inside the cube or inside of the...
inside that spike. I'd have to get inside it to understand it or control it.
You couldn't just send a signal that says, like, go to sleep, or like destroy it somehow,
It's like we're on
disable.
It's like we're on two different, I don't know, like two different neighborhoods or something. Like two different
Frequencies.
networks or something. Does that make sense? I'd have to go
So you don't
into
have
his... It's
Okay.
like with the drone, right?
Right, I was
I'd have
just
to
checking
step
to
into his
see
front door.
if he was able to, copy your powers, you said before, if maybe you had some sort of a link to this thing already.
I think it's kind of like we both started laying down turf, and now if I start laying down on his turf, then he gets mad at me. Does that make sense?
It does, and I definitely don't want to get them mad at you.
I mean, I'm kind of
So-
scared to try again.
Well,
But I guess I can always go
I'm not
back in
gonna
your
make you.
shuttle. But
Well, I'm not going to make you do that if you don't want to.
Last time it destroyed the cyber deck. It'd be nice if we still had a working shuttle. We don't know what the feedback or blowback would be if it happened again.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. I mean, he really hit me hard last time. He threw me out.
Well, thank you. I
It's-
appreciate what you've told us so far. Like I said, I'm not going to make you do anything that you don't want to.
I'm sorry I can't help, guys.
You don't need to be sorry. You've been more help than you could possibly imagine.
Hey, when are we leaving?
Well, we are going to head out, look at a few things to try to figure that out, and I will come back and let you know in a few moments here.
Okay, thanks.
So, quick question before we leave. You know the layout of the Wolf ship, right? Because you were working with them.
Yeah.
Do you know where they were storing the cage the cube came in, the artifact came in?
Well, they didn't really store it, from what I understand. I mean, they brought it onto the ship through the. They probably brought it on the ship to the main hull because that's where the what do you call it, the main hatch is on the port side, and then from. I mean,
In the
sometimes they
captain
open
quarters?
stuff in the main hull. Sometimes they open stuff in the main hull, and sometimes they take it into the bridge to show it to the captain. But I never actually saw the
The cage.
the thing y'all said the cube was in.
When did you first see the cube?
I saw the cube in the bridge.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, walk far away.
Arthur, do we have anything that he can be housed in other than the shuttle and the main
The
ship?
ship. I have no idea at this point.
I mean, you could disconnect the computer from the rest of the ship.
Just let him sit on a computer. I mean, yeah, we could do that.
Um,
What about like your
Guys.
PDD?
Yeah, if it has the memory, I guess. We could take him with us.
I don't know how expensive those things are.
It probably doesn't have the memory. His cyber deck was basically running at full capacity, handling him.
um, basically, I was just trying to think of a place to let him be safe while I guess we go check out the wolf ship. But if we don't have a simple place,
But him being in the landing shuttle is helpful because he's with y'all. So
yeah. Um, so I guess it's just time for us to go over in the shuttle to the other ship and
don't
look
sound so
for
excited
and gather
about it.
the thing.
Okie dokie.
Unless somebody else can come up with a good idea.
Oh, from what Devin said, I'm guessing this cage is on the bridge. So,
Arthur, do you think you could build one in less than 2 days?
I'm willing to try. But I need to get a look at it because what we have doesn't block the signal.
Get a look at it. Which you might as well just go over there then.
Do you think
Well-
our AI can hold off this thing from taking over the main ship for 2 days?
I'm guessing it's resistant, but not proof. Like waterproof versus water resistant. Can hold out for a little while, I suspect.
Such a fucking nerd.
I mean, I could try building one right now. I'm just, if a solid metal cube isn't going to stop the signal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what are we going to
I mean,
need to get over there? Think worst case scenario.
I mean, you just need your landing shuttle.
Not you, God. Because if we're thinking of an entire crew of pirates that have the technological capability to have power armor, if a fraction of them have these things embedded into them, we're going to have some fun.
So, can we... Okay, I want a magnetic grapple gun, because I assume whatever case this thing was in is metal. So, the idea is we don't actually have... Hopefully, we don't actually have to dock, and there's a hole in the bridge, so I can just go in that way, get close enough to see some kind of box that looks like the cube would fit in it, shoot it with the grapple gun, and then start the exiting process.
Magnetic grapple gun. I'll get right on it.
I'd rather we not send the only person that knows how to fly this ship into a potential death trap.
I assume we're all going. Maybe not.
Are you volunteering to go get it?
I was thinking of volunteering Spencer, but I mean...
Spencer doesn't shoot nearly as well as you do.
Right, but hear me out. He's small.
He doesn't pilot.
That's as far as I...
That is a fact.
That's
He
his-
is
that's his-
smaller than you, yes.
Yes. And he did quite well on the other
But I
ship.
like him better than you. So
But he can't save you from zombies as well as I can.
that's why I'm sending you towards the possible zombies.
So I'm going to go make this magnetic grapple gun because I like that idea. Never mind. Oh, he made it.
So let me get this straight. You're building a ship-sized. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
getting.
no.
I'm just getting clarification. So we're gonna attach it to the ship.
My thought was like a human-sized. Basically, actually, ideally, we have a cable going from the shuttle to
Okay.
a thing that I can hold or whoever can hold, and have a short range of feet to shoot the thing, or even just be next to it and be like, turn it on if there's no zombies
Okay.
trying to eat us.
So essentially,
and then winch
something
the whole
like
thing back.
a magnetic receiver that will magnetically clamp onto essentially the Faraday cage, and
Yeah.
it will be essentially a winch cable system to the landing shuttle. And you
Yeah.
could use the winch cable system that you've already built, which will cut down on building time, that you already have in the cargo hold
Mhm.
for your zombie retrieval
Yeah.
system. Do you want to break that down and use that system, but put a magnet thing on it?
Yeah, just like bolt it to the shuttle.
Okay. All right, but you want to basically put a magnet part on the end. But you would like it to be some sort of gun thing? So you don't have to be right up on it?
Initially, I was thinking that, yeah, but
Okay.
if we're yeah.
I mean, being a person who works in the industrial business, who is around magnets of the scale, something like this won't be small. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's the future, so I'm going to let it be smaller than one in real life. One in real life is typically like hundreds, if not thousands of pounds.
But I also think we're
but-
0G.
This is true. So you don't
Still
have
inertia.
to make it as big, but I would still say it'd probably be something like 30 pounds, probably. a magnet big enough to carry a cage that normally holds a 1,000-pound cube. Does that
Would
make
this
sense?
still hold true to,
Oh.
say, an electromagnet?
Yeah.
Because we can actually turn it on and off then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just something like a 30-pound like thing that you hold that you just kind of like clamp to the side of a cage. Like a Faraday cage
Right.
that normally is the size of that holds a cube. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking something like that would be about 30 pounds. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it sounds about right to me.
And what about if
So-
it was something we could? Is this something we're thinking of putting on the end of like the winch and being able to like cable it out,
That's what I was
connect
thinking.
it, and then
I was imagining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that,
And you might
or
even be able to put it on yourself, and then you could have a lanyard attached to the cable. And you wouldn't have to
that's-
carry the cable around, and you could just pull the cable once you have the
Yeah,
thing
yeah, yeah.
attached.
That's what I was
So,
thinking just now. Is we have a short piece that we're carrying with us, and then we hook it to the main.
you know,
Shit,
I'll even it
next
down to
later.
25 pounds just to be a little nice. All right, so just call it just write magnet clamp on one of y'all's sheet. And just write 25 pounds.
What? It moved too far. Ding! It's heavy.
And we'll say
All right, I'm gonna-
30 minutes to make this thing.
I'm gonna put my combat rifle into an armory or whatever we have here, or if we don't have any storage in the ship, then like under my bed, away from Spencer.
You're not just gonna put it in the shuttle with us?
I guess I could do that. That makes probably the most sense.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have a section of the ship that's for like putting stuff like that in it. Sorry, the landing shuttle. Okay. And so you guys are what other sort of gear you guys carrying with you out? Anything? Well, anything special is what I'm asking.
Right. I don't know of anything. A multi-cannon? No.
Just enough doubt that I have to actually add a weight modifier to it.
Yeah, if you're going to carry it with you, just make sure you check mark that, click that thing where it goes to carried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it will automatically calculate whether you're encumbered or not. Okay. And so, all right. Well, then, okay. So, which entrance are you guys going to go into the ship? The main hull breach on the port side or the bridge breach on the port side? Or the bridge port / nose of the ship, which I want to point out is about 400 meters from the cube.
Well, I think the cage we want is in the bridge.
Well, we don't know for sure, but yeah, that's what it's
Right.
sounding like.
Arthur, do we know anything?
No.
No. Check.
I love how he's just like, no.
Obviously, or we'd be done by now. Is there a way to use my small sensor suite that I can actually carry around to like ping for some kind of Faraday cage at this thingy?
Okay.
I mean, probably not, because the Faraday cage is literally designed to block stuff. So I mean, it
Well,
would show up
might-
as
An empty space. We look for
Yeah,
an
I mean,
empty space
if
also,
if there
because-
happened to be a lot of stuff around it that was lighting up like the 4th of July, it would show up something. But yeah, I guess it depends on the circumstances, for sure.
So let me rephrase. Can the sensor suite find the zombies?
Can I adjust his sensor Sweet to look for gamma brainwaves at 130 hertz.
Ooh.
Hmm.
You can't be using the DM shit against them. You know that, right?
Hmm.
Sci-fi
So essentially
babble.
making a psychic sensor suite to pick up
Oh.
psychic care, essentially.
I guess that it would work that way as well.
Yeah, like
Just
the
temporarily.
kind of scanners that you guys meet when you're going through.
Like at the police station.
Well, that would only, yeah. Sure. Sure.
So gonna pay for this. You know that, right?
Do I need to roll repair or something like that?
It would be repair, yes, to modify it for that. But normally, what's your sensor suite? What does it normally pick up for?
Let's see. The book says optical, chemical, motion, and other active sensors, ignoring illumination penalties. Basically, it just adds to notice rolls of targets such as biological beings, chemical signatures, metal, etc. Dense materials can, cause problems with it.
You sure you aren't supposed to like pick one of those things?
I don't know. That's just what it said.
About to say, because if it can pick up on organic, wouldn't it be able to pick up the zombies anyway?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to like declare what it's supposed to be like a. Yeah, it says detect designated types of targets. So in other words, you're supposed to designate like what it
Okay.
picks up. So right now he's modifying it to do psychic stuff.
Okay.
So afterwards, you probably need to designate what it's for.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was a you
Yeah.
could switch it between those settings with.
Just a dial on the side.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like
Okay.
because it's going to have different equipment inside for different settings. Does that make sense?
Maybe these are little modules you slot in and out.
Little cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would require different equipment, for different settings.
This is bullshit. This is the future.
It's not how the future works. Maybe in Star Trek, but Gene Roddenberry was a fucking idiot, to be honest. Gene Roddenberry's vision of the future was just like everything fucking just worked.
He Todd Howard did it.
Yeah.
Just works.
All right. Okay. So now, okay, but so you got it set up for psychic waves. Okay, sweet.
Cool.
Okay. And so we're going to the bridge. Do you want to do anything with the power armor while you're there? Because you're right there by the cable.
We need to
Go into the powered armor. I mean,
Need to
you're
get the
right there by
artifact
it.
first. Artifact first.
The artifact is first. Try
Okay.
and reel in the power armor either when we get the artifact or when we are leaving the bridge, kind of a thing. It's a long cable. There's lots of places we can try and chop the cable and reel it in.
Okay. All right. Okay. So all right. So I will kind of like share a map with you guys. Okay. I'm gonna just drop it in chat, and you guys can click it.
Oh, that's not ominous.
I know it's a big map, and I'm just kind of. Oh, gee, that's way too big. It dropped it at the biggest size. It was. It's actually blocking my chat log. That's the whole ship. Don't worry, we're not going through the whole ship. I just didn't want to break down the whole map.
Challenge accepted.
It's very very small, so it should load pretty fast for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. And now I'm just gonna reveal stuff. with the mask feature that you guys need.
I really need to use this more.
What?
The mask on Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, well, I kind of had to for this one.
I just truthfully always forget that it's something I can do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys probably see that map already, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
And there
Good
are
deal.
no zombies.
Well,
True.
I haven't put everything out there or like described everything. I'm not saying they're out there.
I'm just not saying they're not out there.
I'm not saying they're not.
Use your magic psychic seeing goggles so we can see where all the zombies are at.
Should look at Spencer with those.
So
See
as
what
you
he-
guys may already see, though, you may notice that that this is actually from the Starfinder flip maps. So it's a pretty cool map. So you guys check those out. They're not cheap, but most sci-fi maps aren't cheap. Okay, so you guys actually do see some. So your ship's coming in from right around the breach there. So your ship is right here. Okay, it's coming around here. You get as close as you want, and I'll just move the medium burst template to where your ship is. So we'll say it's like maybe coming around right here right now as you're approaching, and you're probably shedding your ship's light into the bridge right now.
Yeah.
And you see, so you see bodies, like just standing, up in the bridge, just kind of like standing up over the bridge controls, and just kind of slouched over the bridge controls, and you see what looked like 4 bodies, and they just kind of just seem to be kind of just kind of like slouched. And they're not floating or anything. They're just kind of seem to be just kind of like standing there.
Does it look like the mag boots are still on, sort of a deal,
Yeah,
holding them
they
there?
definitely got to have their mag boots on because otherwise they'd just be floating.
Do we have a clean shot if we were to just shoot them?
You just want to
from
open
here?
fire on the bridge? You don't see. You can make a notice roll to get more description of the room, but if you want to. But that's mostly what you see that seems notable about the room. But they're standing near what seem to be like important controls, like bridge controls and stuff. But you're welcome to just open fire in there, for sure.
Captain, can you tell if they've been sharded?
I don't know. Has the bridge
Love
crew
it.
sharded
I had
themselves?
never planned that, and I love it. They do have the ones who are in that is awesome. Thank you, Cliff, for that. Appreciate that, man. Yes. The ones who are wearing space helmets have their space helmets broken open, where shards have been sliced and thrown into their helmets, and the ones who aren't wearing space helmets do have shards pierced into their helmets.
Okay. But I know we can't see the whole room, but I'm going to be like, everybody look for a 4-foot by 4-foot cube box in there. You see anything?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow. So all of you dropping. So Arthur, you feel confident in saying there is no Faraday cage in there.
I do not see such a thing.
Do we... And the main cargo hold is also blown out? Is that the other spot? Can we just navigate over there and look in that hole?
You can attempt to. Sure.
Let's do that and stay outside of like zombie jumping distance.
Okay.
Space zombie jumping through space jumping distance. There we go. I want
Sure.
to say outside of whatever that radius
Technically
is.
infinite.
Sure. All right. Arthur, as he starts to turn the ship, you notice that the zombies start to turn their head and look at you all.
Zombies have noticed us.
You
Okay.
notice them
So you
noticing
turn the
us.
ship and go back to look into the main hull breach down at the back of the ship, rear of the ship. And so we go to look down here. Unfortunately, your ship can't really get very close
Yeah.
into this one because of its size. So you get here, and I reveal a little more. That's all you're getting, bitches.
Did we bring the big ship or the shuttle?
The shuttle.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of debris floating in there, and it's like the ceiling's like collapsed in, and
Yeah, I don't see anything there.
like you guys are gonna have to zero G float out into there.
Are your psychic sensors picking any zombies up in there, Captain?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, make a notice roll.
Yeah.
Yay.
2 raises.
You are picking up communication, but it is not near by your scanner. It is very faint.
I don't think there's anybody back here right now. But who knows if that's this is where the thing is or not.
Hey, Devin, if we hop out onto the ship from here, what would be the fastest way to get to where this cage could potentially have been stored at?
Good question.
What'd you ask, Devin? Sorry, I was looking at something on. My bad.
If we board the ship from here, what would be the fastest way to get to where it could have potentially been stored at?
He says, well, if they put it in storage, there's a storage room on the starboard side of the ship, on the same level. It's just down that walkway. You see it there? The walkway here? And then I'm going to draw it on the map.
And are there any codes or anything that I'm going to need to get into any doors? Anything that you can think of?
He gives you a code.
And from this distance, are you able to access any cameras or anything on the system, or are all the computers fried?
He says the camera system is shut down. It went down when the whole breaches happened.
It's really convenient, Devin.
I don't control the camera systems. I mean, the ship did get ripped to pieces.
Is there anything from the ship you would like us to retrieve for you?
I don't guess I need anything anymore. Like, real, that is. It's not like I can touch it.
Just let me
right?
know.
Very
Sentimental
kind of
value
you,
can
though.
mean a lot.
Very kind of you. But I can't touch it, so there's no point, is there? But thanks.
All right, Captain, your call. What are we doing?
Let's check out the hallway, I guess. Do we want to have a tether to whoever is headed out there? That's sort of up to whoever's going. I volunteered, and then you guys didn't want the pilot going.
Well, I think that means I'm headed out.
So do you want to tether?
Wait, just one person is going out there?
He just has to look down the hallway. He'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
And our pilot happens to be our soldier as well. Oh, God.
True. But I know how to shoot a gun. I don't know how to fly a ship.
And I don't know how to do either.
Oh, I need to move the camera. I need to move the fucking... Sorry, guys, in the stream. I move fucking... There we go. All right. Sorry, folks.
All right, well.
Oh.
I mean, you can always tether the pilot. That way he can get back to the ship safely.
I mean, really,
Yeah,
that's the most important thing, is to make sure the pilot can get back to the ship.
So here's the plan then. I tether me and I keep communication open to Devin and plug the winch into the ship so that Devin could turn the crank on to bring me back. I can stand near the edge of the hallway and try and basically cover you from behind going down this horizontal hallway and try to look north up the ship towards the bridge sort of thing and keep an eye out that way. How about
You're
that?
going to stay like here?
Yeah, there you go. That's the thought.
Okay. And then we're headed in this way.
Yeah, I forgot I could do stuff like that. Pointers. I don't think fire works very well in a vacuum.
I was going to say it in chat, but...
Otherwise, I'm totally with you. Actually, if only I had a plasma gun, we could just try and fill it full of plasma.
You have a thermal pistol, don't you?
No, I've got a laser and a
Oh.
automatic. Yeah, automatic.
Oh, okay.
I have a foam cannon back on the ship.
Oh, there's an assault rifle in here.
I figure you're taking that.
Nope, taking my pistol.
Okay. Well, Arthur can have the assault rifle. I've got 2 pistols. That way I can shoot down both hallways at the same time.
Exactly, cowboy-like.
Exactly. You catch the theming here.
Do you want this combat rifle, Arthur?
I have a stunner pistol and a riot stick, which these shards use electromagnetics to control. So if we introduce electricity to these systems, it should disrupt the control. So I think I should be good if we get into melee.
Did you test that theory out in
I
your
did
science
not.
lab? Oh, okay.
I
Good
only
to
just
know.
thought of it. I should have.
Oh, fuck it. All right.
But theoretically, it should work.
Hey, Devin, is there anything else you can recall that may be on this ship that's valuable?
He says, I'm sure there's valuable things. It's probably all in the same storage area that you're heading to. So
Is
you want to
there
do a quick search?
anything
You're
in
in there.
particular that you heard the captain maybe speak of in high regards?
Well, if it's anything the captain find most important, it's going to be in. Oh, it's too complicated for myself. He's
It's gonna be
gonna
the
say.
captain's
I was gonna
quarters.
say captain quarters, and I can't find it on the map. I'm gonna say it's still in the same storage room. He's gonna say. Yeah, there was a lockbox we found on the outer edge of the Magani system. The captain thought very highly of it. The objects inside. So
And
Hey,
and just
Devin, how many people were on this ship?
how many people? He says crew varied, but last I think there were.
about tree fitty.
He said there were
There were 4, right?
28, but
28.
we don't know. But I don't know how many died in the breaches.
I mean, death is a very relative term right now.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
But when the breaches happened, they would have gotten sucked out.
Yeah.
there are some floating out there. How many did we see on the bridge?
I
4?
think he said 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, with a 14 notice, you should be able to tell me what color
Yeah.
shoes they were wearing.
They're magnetic boots.
So they're shiny.
So are you guys
Um,
gonna do
Cool.
the EVA jump?
Oh God, yeah.
Why don't I jump first? Because A, athletics, and B, I have the tether, and then y'all can slide over on the tether.
Oh, we
and
can shimmy, yeah.
Have basically a rope assist, right?
That sounds like a
makes
really
sense.
good idea for those of us who are not athletic.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
those of you guys
Okay.
who are not, I'm not athletic.
All right. So I want an athletics roll.
Okay, so I
Make the
am
clearance.
not carrying the magnetic thing right now, right? So cool.
So you should be if you're tethered.
Do I have to carry the
Someone has to
weighted?
carry it.
I know. Basically, I'm saying,
Well, you could
I-
you could somehow move it across the tether. if you
yeah,
didn't
that's
want
what
to.
I'm getting at. I want to be able to do the jump without having to deal with the extra weight.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll hold it and then you jump.
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, in real life, it would make sense, but like partially trying to game the system of not carrying
get-
too much crap while I try to. I'm
Okay.
assuming this is Is there a modifier to the athletics roll you want me to do, or just athletics?
No, I'm not that mean. It's already a 0G jump.
You have bennies. You have bennies.
I know, but I'm trying to save them for the space zombies.
Yeah, how about you save them for not drifting into space?
I'm on a
or
tether.
hitting debris and slicing your suit open.
There? I finally got a 4.
All right. Okay. Okay, so he gets
Okay.
across. All right.
Mag
so
boots on.
So you leaving this tether to you, and everybody's going across the tether?
I mean, if there looks like there's a reasonably hefty, like a piece that's not just going to get ripped off if somebody starts pulling their body across, then sure, I'd like wrap it around that so that they have a nice solid thing to get across on that's not me trying to stand there.
Right. Well, I guess I will share more to you now that you're over there. And
Okay, cool.
you could see,
Yeah.
and then you could see what you see, and then you could decide. So,
Oh, I've also got the handheld scanner thingy, so I could see if in all of our talking and thinking they've gotten closer or not.
Okay.
Notice that what? Oh wow. Okay.
Damn. You see sounds.
In space.
I. That's what they meant. No one can hear you scream, but they see you scream, right? That's
All
how
right.
that
You
works.
get multiple. You get multiple, like significant, like pickups
Yeah. From down this
from
hall.
over in this rough area.
I will convey that to the others. What is that? Generally behind the bridge, but further port? I never remember. The other side of the ship.
Don't worry, there's no possible way that they could be in the area that we're headed to.
I know, right?
It'll totally be safe.
On the upside, these
Now-
seem like pretty straight hallways. So if somebody just gets their attention, you can kite them down towards us. in
Unfortunately,
true
you don't see much you can maybe tether the thing to. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So in
Well,
that,
But you
We
can
have
tether
the-
them to these sections of the wall here, but you don't know how much strength they have from all the damage.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
I was going to say, you have the giant magnet that you could attach to something. It has a tether on it. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just don't know how much strength is left in this ship. And
right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not.
you're just moving people. So
Yeah, exactly.
right.
So I mean, I'll just sort of step over here next to the wall and hold on to the wall with the mag boots and just wait for them. Because really, they just need to jump and sort of slide, make sure they don't drift away.
Right. Okay.
Is my thought.
This tether will give you guys a +2 bonus to your athletics rolls.
What would I need to roll to be able to send? Well, I guess, can I send the magnet by itself, or am I gonna have to do this while it's on my person?
I just assumed you guys figured a way to get it across there.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
if
I
it's,
like that assumption.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just
so
hook
then,
a D-ring on the cable and you just shove it, and it would
Yep.
slide over.
perfect.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
did
what we're
had
doing
handles,
first.
and you just guys hooked a lanyard to it, or didn't you ring, and just sent it over.
There you go. So I sent the magnet over, and then I
Sweet.
guess I will head over next. Oh.
All right, he makes it across. Aston.
Just
Now,
can barely.
Oh, phew.
look at you.
Wow.
Untrained. Look at you.
Woo! Good job, guys. Okay.
It only took us 2.5 hours to go get on a ship.
And I need to put Spencer over there actually. So we're gonna assume he made it, just so he's not, you know,
Lost
what
in space.
Come on, roll the athletics just so we can see.
I'm not gonna do
I
that
mean,
to him.
We could
If
leave
he-
him on the ship.
No, because he'll be here next game, and then he'll just be out.
Ah,
and miss.
true.
Yeah. I don't know why his tokens. Well, it's the end of the game. I don't know why his token ain't showing up, but we're gonna assume he's right beside y'all. So
Yeah.
I don't know why his token's not showing up, but anyways, so he's right beside y'all, and so you guys are gonna head starboard, except for Levi.
Except for Levi?
That's
So
what I meant.
Levi's
Sorry.
standing point.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out down the fore and aft hallway while y'all go
Okay.
starboard.
I'm gonna try to be as stealthy as possible and head down to here. What am I
Okay.
seeing to both sides of me?
Good time you asked that, actually. So when you're right here, make a notice roll.
Nope.
Not very good, my friend.
Yeah.
That's better.
Oh, you spent a Benny on it? Okay.
Yeah. I'm a little Weasley dude. I'll shoot you, but I gotta see you.
Okay. You hear a humming sound. Sounds like repulsors or something. When you come to that edge of the corner, and it made your hair stand on end right as you went to go around the edge of the corner. Think something is waiting on you.
So, like, just gonna signal back to Arthur, like, hold up, take like a step back, and then whisper, even though we're on comms, and it doesn't make sense that we have to really fucking like. I think there's something around this corner.
Something? Someone.
You said that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good thing is we're in space.
Yeah. I'm
Who's
whispering
over
on comms.
comms?
Yeah.
Yep. We're in space. Sound isn't a thing. The only reason why you heard the repulsors is just because they're so loud. So.
And I'm not able to get a visual on anything like around this area. I'm assuming it's around that corner, but like anything in this range here. That cone is.
I probably
very
shouldn't
wonky.
even made it where you heard the repulsors actually, because the oxygen is mostly vented from this area. But maybe, well, actually, we'll say you maybe saw the reflection of the repulsors. Actually, you didn't hear it. You saw the reflection of the repulsors. Because really, you shouldn't hear anything, really, probably. But yeah. But yes, definitely you see the reflection of pulsars shining off the tile floor, coming from right here. It's very close.
Okay. And I'm kind of gonna signal to Arthur to have him like look. I'm gonna point at the ground over there where I see the reflection.
Do I need to roll something to like?
Do you notice this?
I mean, you're pointing it out, so I assume I notice it. Do I recognize? Oh, it's this sort of repulsor. Do I need to roll something for that?
You want to try to make a notice roll to basically see it too, essentially?
Well, he pointed it out, the reflection. So I was wondering
yeah, you don't
if
have to make
I
a
would
notice
be
roll.
able to.
No notice roll.
Well, I was wondering if I would be able to interpret that reflection and figure out, oh, it's this sort of repulsor, which means it's probably this sort of.
You won't recognize it.
Okay.
No roll will make you recognize it.
So, because I hate myself, what would I need to roll to be able to sort of peek around this corner? Would it just be a stealth roll to try to do that unnoticed?
I'm assuming you said you were doing it stealthily, right?
Well, yeah.
You already made a stealth roll, so.
So then I would just use that one?
Yep.
Okay. Then, again, because I hate myself and because we can't figure out what this is from just standing here, I'm going to try to peek around the corner. I'm going to get down low and sort of peek around from like waist knee height.
Right. Okay.
What do I see?
You
shadow
see
die.
you see this. Why is that so huge? Well, I'm going to share it to you much smaller, hopefully, because apparently it's huge. I didn't realize it was that big, the image. But
Well, I mean, if it won't fit
There
on
you
the
go.
ship, then that's
There you
okay.
go.
We just don't have to deal with it.
no, it's not that big. The picture is just huge. And it's
Good God.
hovering in the air.
The fuck is that?
And it has two massive tentacles hanging from it. I'll share it to the chat, actually.
And roughly how big is this thing?
It hovers about 5 feet 11, and It's about the size of a human. You know.
Okay. And would from knowing what you know of Aston's backstory and all that, would there be any way I would be able to know what this thing is?
Negative.
Okay. So yeah, then I'm gonna kind of creep back and just sort of relay like I don't know what the fuck this thing is.
And it has two
But there-
tentacles, by the way, hanging behind it. Like limp, like not limp, actually, just like floating still in space.
There is a creature with tentacles that's about as tall as me. I don't know what it's doing, but it is right here.
Maybe we should go a different way.
It appears to be a corridor with no other door except for the storage room you're looking for.
Of course.
Right there.
By the way, does Arthur see anything in this dormitory? Or is that the extent of the room?
Arthur? Oh, that room there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's peeking in there? He's looking there? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he'd glance in there.
Yeah, okay, so... I'd probably say that it's hard to see past this big machine-looking thing in there and all that debris in there.
Hmm.
But it looks like it's some sort of crew quarters back up in there. I just saw what Gruber said. There he is.
So this isn't a just hit it with the magnet and launch it out into space, right? Like yank it back out into
But-
space.
But Matt,
Maybe.
Arthur does see like a movement coming from in there.
Oh.
It looks like some things are coming this way.
Okay, I don't know about this creature, but we've got something coming this way from the bridge direction through the crew quarters. I'm not sure what, but I'm assuming zombies.
All right, now I'm going to start populating.
Those are not words you want to hear your DM say.
I know, right?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm tethered to the machine that'll yank me back to the ship. So
He's like, I'm fine.
I'll
are
always
you?
remember you.
for the record, we don't have any grenades, do we?
I
do
have
not.
some foam grenades. I don't know how useful they'll be in space. I'm not sure how that works.
Oh my god, that'd be catastrophic in space. Like the way the foam expands?
Yeah, I guess it'd just be.
Yeah.
Well, I have 4 of them. If you want to try one. It'll at least stop the zombies, right?
Actually, depending on how big a volume it made, we might just be able to block the hallway.
And so I shared some zombies on the screen.
Yep.
You may see that now.
I don't think that's enough zombies.
And so you guys, you can't hear them, obviously. And they have a mixed match of like pirate uniforms, of mixed matched uniforms, and like armor and various things, and then also EVA suits and stuff like that, and carrying weapons on their magnet clips, magnet sides, and stuff like that. But obviously they aren't carrying them and wielding them, and they're just kind of like shambling, and their magnet boots clicking as they're stomping on the ground, and they're just kind of like making their way over here. They're going, but you're not hearing it. You're just seeing their mouths go. They're shambling over, and so they're making their way over this way, and but this creature over here by Aston is still stone cold, standing still, like almost lifeless, but its eye is glowing and looking around, almost like it's searching, and so actually we'll leave right here at the end of the game. But Spencer will be beside you when we start the next session. But this is right here at the end of the game, so we're pretty close to our normal quitting time. So it'll be next session will be guns and blazing here right at the beginning of the game. So that'll be fun. So, but we will be playing next week, same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll get some action next game. So thank you everyone for joining us. So it should be pretty fun next game. So I think next game will probably be the conclusion to this one. So I say that
Meaning
a
we're
lot,
all going to die.
I say that a lot with this campaign, though. So no promises. I don't know, though. So, all right. So everyone have a good night. We'll see you all next week. Remember, Mondays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, if you like the stuff you've seen today, click follow. Also, consider hitting subscribe. Use Twitch Prime. So we love you all. Thanks. Bye.